people who have no idea that what they see is nothing like the way they look in real life.
Hello.
When your looks can be the difference between a few hundred and a few million followers, some influencers go to shocking extremes to alter, or even completely change, who they are online. From unrecognizable faces and body modifications to a 50-year-old man pretending to be a young girl, these are the 18 influencers who successfully catfished the world. Number 18. Trisha Paytas. Trisha Paytas, a name synonymous with online drama, controversy, and relentless self-promotion, has often been dubbed the spokesperson for Instagram versus reality. The stark contrast between her polished, curated Instagram photos and her unfiltered, candid appearances has sparked debates about authenticity, body image, and the pressure of social media perfection. On Instagram, Trisha presents an image of glamorous perfection.
Just stick it out with me, okay? All you need is...
Her photos are meticulously edited, showcasing flawless skin, sharp contours, and a doll-like appearance. With heavy makeup, strategic lighting, and the right angles, Trisha crafts an almost ethereal version of herself that aligns with the ideals of beauty often seen on the platform. Her Instagram feed is a carefully curated collection of seductive poses, vibrant colors, and an aura of confidence that draws in millions of followers. To many, she epitomizes the allure of social media fame, where every image tells a story of success and beauty. However, the illusion shatters when Trisha steps away from the filters and editing tools. A well-circulated comparison shows the stark difference between her Instagram persona and her appearance without makeup. In one image, Trisha appears polished and camera-ready, while in the other, taken without makeup, but in the same hairstyle, she looks like a different person entirely. The transformation is startling, highlighting the power of makeup, editing, and angles in creating a social media image that barely resembles reality. This discrepancy has led many to question the authenticity of what they see online. Trisha's case is not unique, but serves as a potent reminder of how social media can distort reality. The pressure to maintain a certain image can drive influencers and everyday users alike to present a version of themselves that is far from the truth. For Trisha, who thrives on controversy and attention, the contrast between her Instagram photos and her real-life appearance has only fueled her fame, making her a symbol of the Instagram versus reality debate. Number 17. Tammy Hembrow. Tammy Hembrow, an Australian fitness influencer with millions of followers, built her empire on Instagram, showcasing her fit physique, workout routines, and glamorous lifestyle. However, her carefully crafted online image came under scrutiny when an Instagram page called Beauty False exposed the reality behind some of her photos. The page posted side-by-side comparisons of Tammy's Instagram images versus candid shots.
Oh yeah, they're also having a morning tea. They all brought in like different biscuits,
highlighting subtle but telling differences. These images sparked controversy, especially among her followers, who admired her seemingly perfect figure and dedication to fitness. The primary issue wasn't that the differences were extreme, but that they contradicted the authenticity Tammy claimed to embody. As a fitness influencer, Tammy often attributed her toned body to hard work in the gym. However, the edited photos suggested that she might have enhanced her appearance digitally, using flattering angles, filters, and perhaps more extensive photo editing techniques to appear curvier and more sculpted than in reality. This revelation led to widespread disappointment among her fans, who felt misled. Many followers accused Tammy of presenting a false image that set unrealistic standards for beauty and fitness. Despite the backlash, Tammy continues to have a strong following, though the incident has sparked ongoing debates about the pressures and ethics of maintaining a social media persona that aligns with reality. Number 16. Azuza Guyoki. In a world dominated by social media, where appearances often dictate popularity, the story of Azuza Guyoki stands out as a fascinating and cautionary tale. Azuza, a seemingly young and vibrant influencer from Japan, captured the attention of thousands with her striking photos and engaging online presence. However, shockingly, it was uncovered that the persona everyone admired wasn't who she claimed to be. In reality, Azuza was a 50-year-old man using advanced technology to present himself as a much younger woman. The tool behind this deception was FaceApp, which is capable of altering a person's appearance with uncanny precision.
Everyone's obsessed with Face App. The app has become a sensation in just the last 24 hours.
This software can smooth out wrinkles, reshape facial features, and even add a youthful glow, transforming someone beyond recognition. This app became the gateway to a double life for Azuza, or rather, the man behind the mask. By adopting a feminine and youthful image, he was able to amass a significant following, proving just how powerful and deceptive digital tools can be. His followers, who once adored Azuza for her beauty and lifestyle, were left stunned when a Japanese media outlet exposed the truth.
大家さんから見たらこの写真の女の子はどう見えるんですか？めちゃくちゃ可愛いよね。
The before and after photos showed the stark contrast between the influencer's online persona and the man behind it. Some followers had suspected something was amiss, but the dramatic difference in appearance took everyone by surprise. When questioned about his motivations, the man revealed that he felt his real identity wouldn't attract much attention. In a society that often values youth and beauty above all else, he believed that portraying himself as a young woman would garner the followers and admiration he craved. His assumption, sadly, wasn't unfounded, as the rapid growth of his follower count while using the fake identity demonstrated. Number 15, Blac Chyna. Blac Chyna, the reality TV star and social media influencer, has captivated millions with her bold personality and glamorous lifestyle. However, behind the glitz and glam, she has also been at the center of controversy.
If you look back at the last few years, model Blac Chyna starring in tabloids, on OnlyFans, and
particularly around her use of Photoshop to alter her appearance. Blac Chyna has been caught more than once editing her photos, sparking debates about authenticity and the pressure to maintain a certain image in the public eye.
I was so young, I just wanted that body because I seen everybody, my crew.
In several instances, she appears to have manipulated her images to make her legs look thinner. The most glaring example of this came to light when a photo she posted showed a distorted, wavy door frame, an unmistakable sign of a botched Photoshop job. Unless wavy wooden doors have suddenly become a new interior design trend, it's pretty clear that some digital retouching went wrong. But it's not just the apparent slimming of her legs that has drawn attention. Blac Chyna's skin, often portrayed as flawlessly smooth in her photos, has also been a subject of scrutiny. In reality, her skin may not be as perfect as it appears online, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Everyone has imperfections, and it's these human qualities that often make us unique and beautiful. The problem arises when influencers like Blac Chyna, who have millions of followers, present a version of themselves that isn't quite real. It can create unrealistic standards and expectations, especially for young people who look up to these celebrities. This discussion isn't about criticizing Blac Chyna's looks, but rather highlighting the disconnect between her online persona and reality. Number 14, Anastasia Kvitko. Anastasia Kvitko, a Russian glamour model with a staggering 10.2 million Instagram followers, has made headlines for all the wrong reasons. Known for her curvaceous figure and striking resemblance to celebrities like Selena Gomez, Kvitko has been repeatedly exposed for heavily editing her photos. The reality behind her online persona has left many questioning the authenticity of the influencer culture and the impact of social media on self-image. Kvitko's photos on Instagram present an image of perfection, a flawless hourglass body with no blemishes or imperfections. Her followers are drawn to this seemingly unattainable beauty, but the truth is far from what they see online. Numerous before and after comparisons of her photos have surfaced, revealing that the real Anastasia Kvitko looks vastly different from the digital version she shares with the world. The contrast is so stark that it's almost as if two different people are being compared. The issue isn't that Kvitko looks different in real life. Everyone has imperfections, whether it's cellulite, stretch marks, or other natural features. What makes her case particularly troubling is the extent to which she edits her images, creating a completely false representation of herself. This raises concerns about the pressure to conform to unrealistic beauty standards and the effect it has on her millions of followers, many of whom may strive to achieve a look that doesn't actually exist. The rise of influencers like Anastasia Kvitko highlights a growing problem in the digital age: the blurring of reality and fantasy. As more people follow influencers who present highly edited versions of themselves, it becomes increasingly important to recognize the signs of photo manipulation. A good rule of thumb: if someone's skin appears impossibly smooth, with no texture or flaws, there's a high chance the photo has been heavily edited. Number 13. Zara McDermott. Zara McDermott, a former reality TV star who gained fame on Love Island in 2018, has become a polarizing figure online due to her heavily edited Instagram photos. With over 1.2 million followers, Zara's social media presence is a mix of glamorous images and a reality that seems far from real. What stands out isn't just her TV appearances, like on X Factor Celebrity, but how drastically different she appears online compared to real life.
We had Tash from Lit come round and do a colour consultation in several of the rooms with us.
Many fans have expressed discomfort and disillusionment upon discovering the extent of the photo editing. Zara's posts often portray a flawless, almost unattainable beauty standard. Yet when you see her on TV or in unedited images, she looks refreshingly different, more like a real woman, complete with the natural imperfections that many of her followers likely share. This stark contrast has sparked conversations about the pressures on influencers to maintain a certain image, even if it means presenting an unrealistic version of themselves. Zara's case raises important questions about the impact of social media on self-esteem and body image. While she's far from the only celebrity who alters her photos, her story has resonated because it highlights the disconnect between online personas and reality. In a world where we're constantly comparing ourselves to the polished, curated images we see online, Zara McDermott's heavily edited Instagram serves as a reminder that not everything we see on social media is as it appears. The reality behind the filter might just be more relatable and more beautiful than the fantasy. Number 12. Kum Chuck X2. In the ever-evolving world of social media, where reality and fantasy often blur, the story of Kum Chuck X2 serves as a stark reminder of how easily perception can be manipulated. With over 160,000 followers, Kum Chuck X2 rose to prominence as an influencer known for her striking hourglass figure and flawless celebrity-like appearance. Her perfectly sculpted waist, dramatic curves, and glowing skin made her the perfect symbol of the Instagram model ideal. Followers adored her, and many envied her seemingly perfect body, striving to achieve similar results themselves. However, the illusion shattered when an account called Celeb Face exposed the truth behind Kum Chuck X2's captivating images. In a series of side-by-side comparisons, the account revealed that her iconic hourglass figure was, in fact, a digital creation. The edited photos showed an exaggeratedly small waist and exaggeratedly large hips, edits so extreme that they bordered on the unnatural. Even without the original, unedited photos, it became clear that her body had been significantly altered to conform to Instagram's beauty standards. The backlash was swift and brutal. Many felt deceived, realizing that they had been comparing themselves to an unattainable, digitally constructed ideal. However, despite the controversy, one fact remained undeniable. Kum Chuck X2's natural body, though less exaggerated, was still stunning. Her unedited self showed a woman with a healthy, attractive figure, one that many would aspire to have. This revelation highlighted the importance of media literacy and the need for followers to recognize that what they see online is often a curated, edited version of reality. Number 11. Lisa Lee. Lisa Lee is a Chinese influencer who captivated over 1 million followers with her portrayal of a luxurious lifestyle. Lee became infamous not for her glamour, but for the shocking truth behind it. Unlike typical cases of influencers who use filters or Photoshop to enhance their appearance, Lee constructed an entire persona that was far from her reality. Her posts were filled with images of high-end fashion, exotic travels, and an overall life of luxury that many of her followers aspired to emulate. However, this carefully created facade unraveled when her landlord decided to expose the truth. The landlord, frustrated by Lee's neglect, recorded and shared a video that revealed the deplorable state of her so-called luxury apartment. The images were a stark contrast to the pristine life she showcased online. The apartment was a complete mess, filled with moldy food, dog feces, and trash scattered everywhere. The filth was so overwhelming that even professional cleaners refused to tackle the mess. Beyond the physical disarray, Lee had also failed to pay her utility bills, which amounted to a significant debt of around 3,000 yuan. The landlord's video went viral, shocking Lee's followers and painting a drastically different picture of the influencer they admired. The landlord's scathing words described Lee as a beautiful woman online, but a disgusting person in real life, summarizing the vast disconnect between her online persona and her actual lifestyle. The exposure of her double life forced Lee to confront the truth. She responded by taking steps to clean up her apartment and, presumably, her life. Number 10. NX Shia. NX Shia, an influencer with over 800,000 followers, has taken the digital world by storm. Known for her flawless images and picture-perfect aesthetics, NX Shia has captivated her audience with a seemingly unattainable beauty standard. However, the reality behind her polished Instagram feed tells a different story. Despite her widespread influence, NX Shia remains a mysterious figure, with her real name still unknown to the public. What is known, though, is that her Instagram presence is carefully crafted through the art of photo editing. NX Shia openly acknowledges that she heavily edits her photos and even offers tutorials to her followers on how to achieve similar results. Yet, the differences between her edited images and unedited reality are nothing short of amazing. One of the most striking examples of this digital transformation is a side-by-side comparison of NX Shia in a blue and white dress. In the edited version, her body shape is dramatically altered, and her makeup appears much more pronounced, giving her an almost supernatural appearance. In contrast, the unedited photo reveals a very different, yet still undeniably beautiful version of herself. While NX Shia's edited photos may be visually stunning, they raise important questions about authenticity and self-acceptance in the digital age. Her natural beauty, evident in the unaltered images, suggests that she doesn't need Photoshop to be captivating. It also highlights the unrealistic standards that many influencers set, knowingly or unknowingly, for their followers. Number 9. Elba Prescoli. Elba Prescoli, an Instagram influencer boasting around 118,000 followers, seemed to embody the modern ideal of beauty: slim, glamorous, and effortlessly perfect. Her photos often featured her with an impossibly tiny waist and the sleek look of a Victoria's Secret model. To her followers, she was the epitome of the flawless influencer, a standard that seemed nearly unattainable. But as it turns out, that standard was indeed unattainable, because it wasn't real. The illusion of perfection that Elba presented to her followers was shattered when she was exposed by Celeb Face, which is known for revealing the truth behind heavily edited social media images. Celeb Face highlighted the drastic difference between the photos Elba posted on her Instagram and the way she looked in real life, particularly at a recent red carpet event where she was photographed by Getty Images. These unedited photos, accessible to the public, told a very different story. The person captured in Getty's cameras was undeniably beautiful, but she didn't resemble the hyper-slim, flawless figure that appeared on her Instagram. The comparison of these images revealed the extreme extent of Elba's photo editing, likely using apps like Facetune, to craft an image of herself that was far from reality. The transformation was so significant that it became hard to believe that the two images, one from her Instagram and the other from a professional photographer, were of the same person. The most telling detail was her waist, which appeared unnaturally tiny in her posts, an effect that only editing tools could achieve. Elba's use of these editing techniques raises important questions about the pressures influencers face to conform to unrealistic standards of beauty and the impact this has on their followers. Despite being a naturally beautiful woman, Elba felt the need to manipulate her appearance to such an extent that it distorted her real self. Number 8. James Charles. James Charles, a well-known beauty influencer, has gained massive fame for his makeup skills and bold personality. However, his extensive use of photo editing has sparked significant controversy. Unlike many influencers who discreetly retouch their photos, James Charles is remarkably transparent about his editing process. He frequently shares before and after shots, showing the dramatic transformation that occurs when he uses apps like Facetune. He's even created video tutorials to guide his followers on how to achieve these edits themselves. But the real impact of his editing becomes apparent when comparing his heavily altered photos to candid, unedited images. The difference is often startling, as seen in photos of him at high-profile events like the Met Gala. In these instances, Charles didn't just smooth out a few blemishes or enhance his makeup. He completely altered the shape of his head, hair, and neck. The extent of these changes raises questions about the authenticity of his claim to fame. After all, his reputation is built on his makeup artistry, but when so much of that artistry is digitally manipulated, it begs the question, how much of his talent is real, and how much is the result of clever editing? Interestingly, many fans and critics alike argue that James Charles looks better in his unedited photos. The heavy use of Facetune often leaves him looking almost alien, with unnaturally smooth skin, exaggerated features, and a plasticky sheen that detracts from his natural appearance. In a world where authenticity is increasingly valued, this over-reliance on editing can backfire, making him appear less relatable and more artificial. James Charles's transparency about his editing practices is commendable, but it also highlights a larger issue within the beauty and social media industries. As influencers continue to push the boundaries of what's considered beautiful, the lines between reality and fantasy blur. Ultimately, whether you see his editing as a harmless enhancement or a deceptive practice, it's clear that James Charles has catfished the world in more ways than one. Number 7. Sahar Tabar. Sahar Tabar, an Iranian influencer, catapulted to global infamy by transforming herself into a shocking online persona. Known for her bizarre and haunting images, Tabar's heavily edited photos made her appear as a living version of Tim Burton's corpse bride. But her reality is far removed from the grotesque character she created online. Tabar's images are a mix of extreme photo editing and makeup artistry. She masterfully used prosthetics, contouring, and colored contact lenses to achieve her outlandish look. However, her real-life appearance is quite different. Sahar is, in fact, a naturally beautiful woman. Her photos, with visible pixel distortions and exaggerated features, were more of an elaborate social media experiment than a genuine reflection of her appearance. The digital deception earned her a massive following, but it also brought significant consequences. Living in Iran, where strict laws govern public behavior and morality, Sahar's shocking online persona did not sit well with authorities. She was arrested on charges of blasphemy.
Sahar Tabar was arrested for crimes including blasphemy,
promoting violence and violating the country's mandatory dress code. Her arrest underscored the severe risks faced by influencers in countries with stringent regulations on freedom of expression. While Tabar may have gained fame through her shocking images, the consequences she now faces are very real, with the possibility of spending years in prison for what began as a social media experiment. Number 6. Giuliana Nalu. Juliana Nalu, better known as Juliana Naughty on social media, is a stylist and influencer with a massive following of over 1 million on Instagram. She's built a brand around glamorous photo shoots, often set against the backdrop of iconic European landmarks like the Eiffel Tower and Milan's Duomo. Giuliana has also capitalized on her online presence by offering seminars on how to become Insta-famous, charging aspiring influencers for her expertise. From her online photos, Giuliana appears to be in her late 20s or early 30s, always perfectly styled and impossibly flawless. However, the reality behind the filtered facade tells a different story. In person, Giuliana looks notably different from her online persona, older and more natural. She's still undeniably beautiful, but the drastic contrast between her real-life appearance and her Instagram photos has raised eyebrows. Her photos, heavily edited and meticulously crafted, have led some to compare her to a video game character rather than a real person. The changes in her appearance across her posts are striking, with her face often looking different from one picture to the next. This has fueled speculation and criticism, as followers question why someone who is already attractive feels the need to conceal their age or alter their features so drastically. While some may criticize her for the deception, others express empathy, recognizing the intense scrutiny and pressure to appear perfect in the digital world. Number 5. The fashion freak, Melly Sanchez. Melly Sanchez, better known as the Fashion Freak on social media, is a verified influencer with a massive following of 1.5 million on Instagram. With her captivating beauty and impressive makeup skills, she has built a reputation as a talented artist in the world of fashion and beauty. Her videos and photos showcase her striking appearance, often leaving her followers in awe of her flawless look. However, a closer look at her journey reveals a more complex narrative. Despite her natural beauty and talent, Melly has undergone several plastic surgeries, leading to drastic changes in her appearance over the years. These transformations, coupled with her use of heavy photo editing, have sparked conversations and debates among her followers and critics alike. Many wonder why someone so naturally beautiful would feel the need to alter their appearance so drastically, both through surgery and digital manipulation. One striking example of this contrast is a photo taken at an event, captured by Getty Images, a well-known database where professional photographers upload their work. The original image, straight from the camera, shows Melly as she appeared in real life, still stunning, but more natural. When compared to the heavily edited version of the same photo, the differences are stark. The edited image presents an almost unrecognizable version of Melly, with features that are exaggerated to fit the idealized standards often seen on social media. Number 4. Sweetie Giuliana. Sweetie Giuliana, known to her 151,000 Instagram followers as a beauty and fashion influencer, has become a cautionary tale in the world of social media. At first glance, her profile showcases a flawlessly curated life, with stunning photos that seem to capture her ethereal beauty and impeccable style. However, the reality behind these images is far from what her fans expected. Giuliana's carefully constructed online persona came crashing down when unedited photos of her surfaced on Yoba Journal, revealing a stark contrast to the polished images she shares on her Instagram. The photos, taken on the same day as some of her posts, exposed the extent of her reliance on face-tuning apps. The difference was so drastic that fans were left in disbelief. The transformation from reality to the heavily edited versions of herself was nothing short of shocking. The revelation sparked a wave of discussions about the pressures of maintaining a perfect online image and the lengths to which influencers go to uphold these illusions. For those who admired her online, the shock was doubled. How could someone who seemed so real be so different in person? It's a reminder that the digital world is often more fiction than fact, with influencers like Sweetie Giuliana blurring the lines between reality and fantasy. Number 3. Yelena Karleusa. Yelena Karleusa, a Serbian singer with 2.1 million Instagram followers, is a pop and fashion icon in the Western Balkans. Known for her striking resemblance to a blonde Kim Kardashian, Yelena has captivated audiences with her flawless images and bold style. Her social media presence is nothing short of glamorous, showcasing her as a picture-perfect symbol of beauty and sophistication. However, the glittering image she has carefully crafted online took a hit when Beauty False exposed the stark contrast between her online representation and real-life appearance. The revelation was nothing short of shocking, as the difference between Yelena's polished photos and her unfiltered reality was vast. Born in 1978, Yelena is 46 years old, and while she has maintained an impeccable appearance in her social media posts, the exposure highlighted the extent to which digital enhancements and filters have been used to preserve her youthful image. It's easy to see why she, like many others, would feel the pressure to maintain a youthful and flawless image. In a world where social media dictates much of a celebrity's relevance, looking perfect can seem like an essential part of the job. Number 2. The Claremont Twins. The Claremont Twins, Shannon and Sinead, have carved out a niche as glamorous influencers with a staggering 1.4 million followers on Instagram. Hailing from New York City and Los Angeles, the twins are widely known for their striking appearances and eye-catching photos. But beneath the surface of their meticulously crafted online presence lies a controversial reality that has sparked widespread discussion. Famous for their identical looks, the Claremont Twins have become synonymous with the use of extreme photo editing. On Instagram, they appear almost flawless, with sculpted features and perfect skin that seem almost too good to be true. And that's because it often is. The contrast between their online images and their real-life appearances has led many to accuse the twins of catfishing the world. In person, the twins look noticeably different, revealing the extent to which filters and editing apps have been used to enhance their Instagram personas. The Claremont Twins' transformation over the years has also been marked by a significant amount of plastic surgery. Their early photos show two beautiful young women, but their more recent images highlight a drastic change. Whether they underwent identical surgeries to maintain their twin-like appearance, or simply used the same surgeon remains a mystery. However, the results are clear. Their current look is vastly different from what it once was. The twins' willingness to alter their appearance to such an extreme degree raises questions about the lengths some will go to achieve an idealized version of beauty. For the Claremont Twins, their identity seems to be as much about their digital image as it is about who they are in reality. They have become a symbol of the blurred lines between authenticity and artifice in the age of Instagram, where the truth behind the picture can be as elusive as the filters that shape it. Number 1. Dirty Hippie. Hannah Winifred, also known as Dirty Hippie, is an Instagram influencer who recently gained notoriety for catfishing the world with her heavily edited photos. With just over 42,000 followers, she's far from a massive social media figure, yet she's made waves due to the extreme transformations she presents online. If you scroll through her recent Instagram posts, you'll see a striking image of what appears to be a black woman with a petite frame and a tiny waist. However, a closer look at older photos reveals that Dirty Hippie is actually a white woman who is seemingly addicted to tanning. Her dedication to drastically altering her appearance doesn't stop at skin color. Her waistline, facial features, and overall body shape undergo significant modifications through the power of editing tools. Dirty Hippie was featured on an episode of Cross Addictions, a show that highlights people struggling with unusual addictions. In her case, it's an obsession with tanning that has led her to appear as a completely different person online. The contrast between her real-life appearance and her Instagram persona is stark, and it wasn't long before others took notice. Beauty False recently put Dirty Hippie in the spotlight. They posted side-by-side comparisons of her Instagram photos against unedited shots from a Barcroft video. The differences were staggering. In the Instagram version, her waist appears impossibly small, almost doll-like, which, as Beauty False pointed out, is unattainable for most women, especially without the help of digital alteration. What do you think about celebrities and their extravagant use of filters and apps to enhance and even alter their looks? Let us know your opinion in the comments below.